Right, everyone, at the moment, do you remember when I had the spare bits left? And I thought, do you know what, I need a single bed. So I'm going to make a single bed. Now what I've got is a piece of MDF. It's, I would say this is 3mm, I would say that's about 4mm thick. I've measured it out to coincide with that length because that's the width of the bed. So I've cut the end off and I'm just about to cut this into two. So we have a bottom and a top of the bed. But the top of the bed's going to have some of these on. Hopefully. So right now I'm just chopping into this. I'm not going to get the saw out. Just do that. That's fine. I do need to take my sander and just sand that down. I don't want any splinters in it or anything. That'll do. Now, that's going to be the top and the bottom. That's what's going to hold the bed up. So that's just going to have to sit on top. And then I'm going to use these and cut them down to size. So I need the width of the bed, the length of the bed. I don't really want it any longer than that. So let's just see. I'll do it in centimetres because most of you work in centimetres. So I'm just going to do my bed at 10 centimetres. Moving that to the end and wiping that clean. And so we've got that section of the bed. But like I say, I need to make sure that this doesn't collapse. And for that I'm going to use one of these. I'm just going to cut it into a straight line. Measure this out at less than 10 centimetres because I've got to get it in between now. So that's going to be 9.5. So I'm just going to measure that, 9.5. We'll do it a little bit longer, 9.5. I'm just going to cut it. I've cut the end off. Just do that with it. And then that, see that's too big because it's going to push it out. So we don't want that. I'm going to have to cut it a little bit less. Now Ray's going to make me my box for my, it's the old witch's kitchen because I made it out of foam board and it didn't really, it wasn't really what I wanted. I wanted it in a wooden box. So he's making the wooden box for me. There you go, look. So I've got the bed now. That doesn't look very straight, but it doesn't matter. The covers will cover that up. So we're going to use this as the headboard. I'm not sure. Let me just see. I don't want them any bigger than that. So I'm just going to cut them there, and then I need to do, well actually if I cut these in half roughly, like that, they should do. Ugh. Not easy cutting them with scissors, I can tell you. So, I'm going to do that. Actually, I might lower them. I'm going to lower them. Make sure we've got these. Oh, they're the same. That's fine. So So I'm going to put that in the middle. And glue that on like that. Roughly in the middle. It's that's about right. Fiona, sometimes you are such a wally. And you lot, you don't say anything, do you? You just let me do these sort of things. There you are, Fee. You've got it. You need to think before you do it when you're teaching other people. Hey, lassies and lads. All can be fixed. Nothing wrong. That didn't. That touched my finger that doesn't normally touch. That hurt. Okay, let's get this going. That's kind of like lifted. No, that don't even look even. No, that does. I might need to cut that again. There we go. Bingo. We've got one. No, bugger it. Right. So, I'll use that. We've got that. So that's my bed. Now I do need to put like a little bit of a foam mattress on it. So again, I'm just going to go get some of the stuff that I use. Like I say, we do sell this in the shop, folks. I just need it to hold on there because I'm going to be covering it. Like that. That's fine. That'll do. Keep those bits. You can shred them and then fill them as, you know, use them as fillers. So we've got that. Now I've got this fabric that was sent to me. I think it was Jane Robinson. So I'm going to use this. Now, let's have a look. That's it. I'm going to fold that down like that and we'll put it down there. So I need to make sure I have the right amount. So if I snip that there, just move that out the way. And then I can follow that line. See how much I need. Yeah, that's plenty big enough. Just take that out. Right, this is the rough end. So what I'm going to do, I need to make sure that's cut straight as well. So I'm just following the lines. I'm using the lines in, or the diamond shapes as a guide. I think I got that right. It's about right. I'm going to fold this down. Like that. Just as a guide. And then we have to fit this on the bed. So I am glad that I put the sides on because it'll make it easier. Like that. So we'll get that in the middle if we can. Yeah, that's fine. Look, fits both sides. And that will go like that. And then we can do... Right. Hang on. I'm going to fit it on here first. Just putting a little bit of glue on there. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Just to hold that down. I'm going to cut that. Again, following the pattern. like that. Yeah, I'm going to turn that up as well. But then what we do, I'm going to do that, I think. I think we'll do it like that. Right, okay. So I'm just going to glue a little bit down there. And turn that in like that. Yeah. I'm actually going to put some glue on here as, oh god, the glue's running out. Typical, isn't it? Now I'm going to push that down so it covers the whole of the bottom section. And then we can trim that off. Right, let me do this side. So we tucked that in and we did a little tuck like that. But then we've got this section, and the best thing is to pull that back in like that. I think we'll do it like that, so it's not too much of a fold. And then we can do this section as well. Pull that up. Like that. That's fine. Then we can pull that back if we have to. Just pull that back off. And we're going to lay all of this flat. Like that. And that one looks like it's fine. Like that. And then all I'm going to do is just to make sure that it's all cut at the right level. See, like that? Now, let me just, I'm going to glue that in like that. And I'm also going to glue this bit in as well, just to make it nice and neat. I will be putting a little bit of trim on it, so anything that's imperfect, you know, any imperfection will be covered. But we don't want it looking like it's not used, do you know what I mean? So we've got this. Now, I'm going to glue it down onto this side. Like that. And I'm going to do the same on that side as well. It's just a really easy way to do these beds, and you don't need loads of bedding on. Okay, and now what we need to do is we do need to make a pillow. So I'm going to make a pillow, but first of all, I've just got this out, which I thought if I cut right across there, I can start and make a headboard. No, I don't like that one. I do want that kind of a headboard though, like that. Okay, so we have to cut that off. Hang on. We're doing it like that. That's that one. So I'm going to cut it at an angle, cut that off. Yeah. And then I'm going to glue it onto here. I don't need to paint it then or anything like that. I can fold that down like that. Yeah, and then my pillow's going to go on top of that. So I just need to cut a piece, which I'll take from this end. I'm going to keep that and I'm going to do another one. It's too big, so I don't need it that wide. But I will do one if I do that size. Like I said, it is trial and error. So I'm not fussed about doing that. I'll come in another miniature somewhere. That's a little bit better. I don't want that as wide as that. Let's cut it down. We'll do this one slightly different. I'll do it that way instead, so the seam's in the middle at the back. Right. A little bit of glue on that. Fold that over. Bring that over to the centre. Like that. Make sure that's glued down. Just seal that off like that. So I'm just going to trim the ends off like that on this one, because these are going to have to fold back like that. Just fold them back and hold them down. Fold them back and hold it down. Like that. See, that's a better pillar, I think. Yeah, it's a little bit smaller. And again, we don't have to put this all the way around. So I'm just going to... Will that do? Yes. 3, 5, 3, 5. So I'm just going to put this on the top here. Like that. Like that. These are really quick and easy little projects. And then I'm going to glue this onto the bed. That's better. Like that. But I think what I'm going to do is add some of this to the bottom section. And I think that'll look nice. Doesn't that look cute? Nice little bed. But I do want, because we've got this on there, I don't know, I might want to put it, let me just see. I might want to just put a little bit there, you see, like a bed cover. See, like that. I do want it on the bottom section. I'm not sure. I don't want it. Best thing about crafting, you don't have to use it. What I do want is, and I'm going to see if I've got one here, which I have somewhere. It's like a, you know, just like a little throw over thing at the bottom of the bed. No, I don't want that. I want the shiny one that I've got somewhere. You know, it's just like a throw over at the bottom. That's it. Done. Found it. I couldn't remember where I'd put it. And that was it. And set that out. Oh, that's why. It was just missing like a little cover at the bottom. And I needed to get the right fabric. Like that. So, as easy as that, we've now got a little bed. That's it, that'll do. When it goes in the room, what I'm going to do, that will look great. Now, what I'm going to do with the rest of this fabric, because she gave me 2 pieces of that, I'm going to make a bedroom with curtains and everything that's miniature. And that's going to look fab. Now, I might put something on there or on here. Let me see what I've got. Because I do have small... see, sometimes I'll put an animal on. You know, I might do that, actually. Oh, I like that, though. Oh, God. I can put it on the pillar, and then I can actually do like a cat or something on the bed. I like them because it's nice decoration. And there's the bed. Made out a little bit of cardboard and a bit of wood. And that's perfectly good for a beginner to be able to do a bed. And I suppose we could use this and make a side table, couldn't we? Shall we? Well, that as well now. We might as well. So, all you need, take something like that, a little reel. You're going to make a side table. You also need like a wooden spool. So, got a little base, which I am going to raise up. And I think that's going to be big enough. So first of all, little wooden disc. Oh, come on, please. I'm going to put the spool on it. You don't even have to paint any of this. Tidy this up. Glue the rim of the spool. You've got that as a guide to get in the centre. That's perfectly big enough for that bed. Use that as a bedside lamp. Now we're going to put a little cover on it. So move that out of the way. And you need a circle. So cut a square. Yep, you need a square to get a circle. Right, so we fold it corner to corner, corner to corner, flip that side back, and then flip that back again. And from the lowest point, you're going to cut. And of course you might need to cut this again, because you've got to measure it. So that's going to be the centre. Yes, I'm going to cut that again. That's going to give you a table. Now, what I'm going to do is just glue that first around the rim. You don't have to sew anything. I'm just going to do that. And you see how you've covered your table, but you do need to make this hang properly. And the way to do that is line of glue, right? And you just pinch. A line of glue, pinch that back again, it didn't quite go. Where's the glue? There. Just pinch. Line of glue. Pinch. Line of glue. Pinch. And a line of glue. And pinch that down. And then what you're going to do is around the outer edge, just around the outer edge, you just tuck that in. Watch when it's done, it'll be fine, you'll see. Now I need to cut mine, it's a little bit too long. But you can cut it once it's on. And you see where it's not quite stuck down there, just stick it down. And you just move it in like that. And that gives you that little, because you're gluing it onto the very edge. Once you've pinched it, that's it. And there you go. Very easy for a beginner. Little table. And now we need a lamp. Because I might as well make the lot while I'm here. Let's make a lamp. Okay. We're going to use one of those. Piece of wire. Wait a minute, I've got some here. There's a piece of wire. So there's your wire. Then I need a bead cap, which we need one big enough that will work. Let's have a look at a bead cap. Perfect, got one perfect. And it'll come out. Nice big bead cap. And a pearl. I may need to change the size, so we'll just test. Because the wire has to go through it. Yep, the wire can go on that. Yeah, that's fine. So we don't need that one. So what you're going to do, put some glue in there, pop the end of the wire in, like that, wipe the excess off, and you let that dry, and you pop that through there, and then you pull that down. You can spin it around till that bead cap sat where you want it. And then what you do is you take your pliers, and you bend. Now I have to straighten this wire out. That's it. You can bend that down. And you take that and you're going to glue that in. Now, first of all, I'm just going to put like a little sit it on a little piece of, have I got any cardboard I can set it on? I'm going to use this. Just cut a piece of cardboard. Glue that on. Just glue it onto there for now. Then drop your glue in. Pop in your wire. And you have to wait for that to set. And then you can trim around the base. Now, paint it. Of course you need to paint it. I can do mine later. I'm going to, oops, lift mine up a little bit. You can shape it whatever you want. Take your little table. Now, I'll be able to paint mine without hurting it. Let me just take a bit of that glue off. And I'm going to put it to one side. So there's my lamp. You can bend it, you can bend your bar. Right. Now if you want to, you could bend these back a little bit. Just have a little bit of fanciness. Oops, let me just bend them back slightly. Like that, see? And then I'm just going to move that back there. That's it. And then what we can do is, because you've got to do the scene right, we take a little bit of paper. We take a piece of, let me just find some. There we are. Take some foam board. Okay. And we cut that in half. We glue that together. And we're going to do the same again. Make sure that's straight. Do a couple of a tall book, I mean. Like that. Take some paper. I've got some nice flowered paper here. Pop that on there. Just trim that down. Do you know what? I'm going to cut that down to 2 smaller books. Like that. And then we just pop a bit of glue on there, like that. I'm going to dress this one. I'm going to have one stood up and one sat down. Like that. I think we'll have one stood up, like she's going to read, and the little one, I think we'll just pop that on there as well. So we've got a couple of books that she's reading, and my little friend would like, now let me see, where did I see, we'll have to wait and see, wait a minute. We've got a little drink, so she's having a glass of wine in bed, and she's also got some flowers. A little thing of flowers there. Now, I haven't painted that, but I can do, and I can get in and out. I can take it off and redo it. I'm just showing you. There's a little bedroom set. I hope that's helpful. And like I say, you should paint these and that first. I mean, you could use anything to put them on. Make your own stand. But it's just a nice little scene in a miniature. And it doesn't look shop-bought miniatures because you've made it look lifelike. I'm just going to put something on there. I've got a little cat, but she has to have a blanket of her own. So, I'm going to give her a little... let me just see. Oh, this will do, one of these. She can have a little mat that she can sit on. So I'm just going to pin that on there. We'll put that on this corner, and this little cat is sat waiting for her mummy. Now, shall we build that up a bit? Like that, like a little cushion. Oh, now she needs a ball of string and a piece. Oh my God. You can go on and on and on. So, oh, let me get a little bit of wool or something. Here's a bit of wool. We'll do this. We have to give her a ball of wool to play with. You do, you've got to. You've got to do all these things. Okay. So I'm going to wrap this little ball of wool up. You just have to do a little touch of glue here and there. Just make it look like a little ball of wool. Like that. Little ball of wool hanging off a bit of string. Pop that on there. And she's looking for a ball of wool. There, like she's looking for a ball of wool. There it is. And there's your little scene. I hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching. Take care and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.